I don't lose myself emotionally here, but many of you know Robbie certainly way more than I do. But he'd been doing really well. Last October, he sends Kev an email, and it was to Kev, but it was really to all of us. And Kev's just asked that I just read this out. It'll give you a real snapshot of where Robbie was at and what we're talking about, and that he could play a role in making things better. I'm just going to read this out. It says, "Hi fellas, thanks for taking my call the other day and listening to my idea." Because he wanted to do a great initiative to bring awareness and some fundraising and different things. It was a noble idea. It's called the Great North Walk from Newcastle to Sydney to raise awareness for mental health, as he says here. For piece of background, there is a long and short story about my own personal battles with mental health that led to issues with alcohol and substance abuse. I'll give the short version, which doesn't go into the cause of my issues, but promotes why I'm so passionate about men supporting men, reaching out, and in a nutshell, why no man should walk alone. After a relationship breakup, I found myself living alone, displaced from my kids, adjusting to part-time single parenting, trying to run my own business. I couldn't manage it all, and life for me became completely overwhelming for me. Over the course of 3 years, I lost 2 relationships with kids, 2 homes, my business, and most of all, my complete mental and physical health. Everything in my life was a shambles, and I kept it to myself. I thought I could get it under control. I thought I could turn it around next day, the next month, then years went by. I was living a lie, telling everyone how happy I was and that everything was okay. I stopped answering my phone. I didn't open the mail, disconnected from friends, couldn't go to work, turning to alcohol and substance abuse to bury my emotions. I felt like I was stranded alone in the middle of the ocean, no land in sight, no people to save me, barely treading water to breathe, head dipping below the surface. I was tired and defeated, ready to let go and just sink. I felt unlovable, unworthy, ashamed, and most of all, completely alone. But when there was nothing left, as a last-ditch effort, I reached out to my 4 closest mates. I fessed up and sent them an SMS saying, "I need help. I've got a big problem with substance abuse and I'm struggling to cope. Meet me at Coogee Pavilion tomorrow at 10 a.m. After I sent the SMS, I didn't think anyone would make it on short notice. Busy lives. I felt bad for asking because I didn't want to burden anyone. But all 4 mates turned up. They're here tonight, these guys. I finally confessed I wasn't okay. Actually, I was absolutely fucked. And I didn't know what to do anymore. I let everything out. All said the same thing. Why didn't you reach out sooner? That was the turning point. We started coming up with a plan. Everyone checked in regularly. Those helped with tasks I couldn't complete myself. It all took time, but things slowly got better. After some time in rehab, support from therapy, working programs after rehab, I was able to understand why I was feeling the way I did, and that there was a pathway out of this. Life has turned around for me completely over the last year. I'm the fittest and strongest, mentally and physically, I've ever been. I'm happy living alone. I have a great relationship with the kids, manageable between their mothers and I, and business is growing again. The problem was, I suffered for so long in silence and lost so much. If only I reached out sooner, I could have avoided so much damage to myself and my family. So the message I want to share is to reach out, and reach out as soon as you can before it is too late. Don't suffer in silence. Don't wait until there's nothing left and the lights are about to go out. The Penrith Men's Walk and Talk, with the mission statement, "No man walks alone," it's actually never walk alone, is the perfect organisation for me to align with and complete this journey to create awareness. I'm not a famous sport person, nor a celebrity of any kind, but my story is a common story, one that many men could relate to. I want to positively influence others to follow my lead. I'm willing to talk about and share my story to reach as many people as possible to raise awareness. We'll talk again soon. Thanks for listening. Love to you all, Robbie. He wrote that last October. And the boys are saying, mate, he's doing so well. To be honest, we weren't checking in on him. There's a lesson there. Just before you head off on the walk, look, just talking about this, I know can raise things. Look, we've got some flyers up here that's got help numbers and lines as you're doing the walk. No one walks alone. We've only got one rule on this walk. You never walk alone. So walk together, grab some flyers, have a discussion, there's contacts. But seriously, after you heard Robbie's heart, so I think let's all give Robbie a cheer and applause for that. Awesome, absolutely brilliant, Baz, that's right. Have a great walk. Reach out if you need to. Never walk alone. Cheers, fellas. Good night.